beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi. Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the London Black Knights and the Los Angeles Chargers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Carry for Leonard Fournette. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jones. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. To dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Jones now on first down. Got his open man. It's Carr.
16 more yards.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A shotgun give to Fournette. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 13 carries, 64 yards.
I can remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That's another.
A gain of 13, it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Daniel Jones.
Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it. All get on the same page.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Leonard Fournette. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Over the middle here to Brown.
Jones pass.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, it's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And some space here. And he'll be taken down. 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 101 yards, and a score.
He's having a nice season, and he knows where he ranks in the league. Don't ever let a running back tell you that they don't know that. They do. So what he's doing now is lobbying the offensive coordinator all week long. Hey, how about a few more touches? He's one big game away from maybe leading the league.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. Open man is Ross. It's complete. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
Complete to John Ross.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run with Dobbins. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jalen Reagor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Is good.
That time a 9-play drive.
7, Chargers 3.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. From the 27, Jones. Man open left side is Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Jones throwing again, and he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Jones operating from the gun. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown.
Jason.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good spot to throw, and indeed, they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, London.
On play action, it's Brady. Now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Fournette, a first down carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brought down at the 23-yard line.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
Chargers 10, Black Knights 7.
Jones now. Off play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Julian Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Jones. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Play action. Now it's Brady. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run here with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2nd down and goal. Brady, and it's caught. Touchdown.
Brady's pass complete.
From 8 yards out, and his guys are going to retake the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And that makes it 14-10. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
14. Chargers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. On 1st and 10, Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Fournette. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
2nd and inches.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14.
Myers set to kick off.
Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? Now a play fake. Brady. He'll fire deep for Rager. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, man, it's Ross, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Norton.
Brady's pass.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Ball carrier
J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
27-yard line.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Sacked.
Well, I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
On is the Chargers punter now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And I'm sure he wanted to have a huge game, wants to have a huge game as the quarterback, but really on the ground, they've been very, very hard to stop. Maybe you just keep going to that well.
I think so, and isn't it funny how the definition of balance changes for us from game to game? Sometimes it's 50-50, run it, throw it. Multiple guys out there, and now your guy back there has to throw it. Doesn't have to worry about it quite as much.
And they've got the lead here in the second quarter. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On the ground, it's Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Got a man open, it's Ross. Touchdown! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time.
Black Knights 28, Chargers 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of here a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Jones throwing on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Jones on first down. That's out to his running back for him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3.
Jason Myers.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he won't quite make it to the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Norton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Black Knights.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here. Dropped it. Not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 38-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a carry for Dobbins.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll run on 1st down. Callahan. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards. Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the...
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. 5 plays there on that drive.
20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The throw right sideline here is complete, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. This will be caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
4-yard line.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially with
blitz coming, and down he goes.
Two-point conversion is no good.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll try the left side. Callahan finding room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At his own 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Jones. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 more yards there and another first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the defense will get their hands on it. Go the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
On first down, Callahan, despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Jordan. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. That third down conversion good for 23.
And a London first down.
On first down, it's Jordan. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll look to run with Dillon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Operating from the gun, Jones throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carr. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
Jones pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Jones over the middle, complete. It's Brown. Hollywood. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Jones now. Off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
Tonight's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the